I'm not a big fan of people showing up to other people's residencies and protesting on their property. Now, granted, when it came to Carmen Best, when, for example, the ex chief of police of Seattle, I was not a big fan because we all know what these rioters do. They don't show up to protest, they're there to cause mayhem and destruction. However, this does bring a smile to my face, knowing that people are going to Nancy Pelosi's home in San Francisco and peacefully protesting. And I mean peacefully in all sincerity, because that's what they did. Apparently, a lot of angry Salon customers, mind you, went to her house in San Francisco and they hung blow dryers and curlers on Nancy Pelosi's tree. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with the story, Nancy Pelosi essentially visited a salon, which was supposed to be closed, mind you, at least the day of her visit. She broke COVID rules, and she is now blaming the salon owner because she claims she was set up. Now, before I go into the story, if you like my content, if I've earned your subscription, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification button as well, that way you never miss an upload, and most importantly, share the video. My first video about Nancy Pelosi breaking coronavirus rules, it was removed outright by YouTube after I submitted an appeal. They reinstated the video under an age restrictive, you know, condition. Now, pretty sure that YouTube is going to age restrict this video as well, or they're going to, outright remove it, because we all know YouTube has a tendency to be very, very left leaning, and we all know which party they prefer. Now, if you must know what I put in that appeal that reinstated in my previous video, it is mostly my complaint essentially just included that YouTube is being biased, they're partaking in censorship, and we know that by censoring my video criticizing Nancy Pelosi, they have already shown preference towards the Democratic Party. Luckily, my video was reinstated, like I said. But if you think this video is worthy of sharing, if you think people have to hear what I have to say, feel free to share this video, and it does help out a lot, and I very much appreciate it. But again, liking the video helps out a lot too. But if you don't want to comment or like or share or subscribe for that matter, feel free to just stay and watch. Let's read the story. From Daily Wire, the title reads, Angry Salon Customers Protest at Pelosi's Home, Hang Blow Dryers and Curlers on Pelosi's Tree. Women who reportedly described themselves as angry salon customers peacefully protested at House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's house in San Francisco on Thursday after a video surfaced this week that showed Pelosi getting her hair done at a salon in violation of coronavirus lockdown measures. Protesters have gathered in front of Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco home and are stringing up curlers and blow dryers on a tree after a video surfaced of Pelosi getting her hair done indoors, maskless, at a San Francisco salon. San Francisco Chronicle reporter Jessica Christian wrote on Twitter. And these are some of the images. I mean, they actually put videos of people putting trees on her property. I'm not putting trees on her property, hanging curlers on her tree. Again, I'm not gonna play because I do not want to get in trouble with YouTube. But it's really funny. I've seen the video. It's actually very, very hysterical, mind you. But this is the kind of protest that I can at least respect. These women, they weren't showing up and demanding Nancy's head on a silver platter. All they were doing is showing up to her property and hanging curlers and hair dryers on her tree. Now, whether you want to call it civil disobedience, that's up to you. Technically, they are on her property. Technically, they are, you could say vandalizing a tree. But I mean, it's a tree. I mean, unless you're one of those people who really loves trees, then I can see where you get mad. But this is the kind of protest that I can at least tolerate, because they're not threatening her property whatsoever. They're not vandalizing it. They're not putting up graffiti on it. They're not threatening the safety of the people living in that house, unlike Black Lives Matter or Antifa. But anyways, let's continue. Demonstrators have formed a hand-holding circle around a tree with blow dryers and hair curlers hanging in front of Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco home, Christian added. The tree of blow dryers and curlers has been decorated with an American flag and dubbed the Freedom Tree by protesters in front of Nancy Pelosi's home. Freedom Tree. Man, that's awesome. The Freedom Tree. Kind of ironic that it's in front of the house of a person who does not want us to experience our freedoms. But hey, more power to you. Video emerged this week of Pelosi breaking the lockdown rules that she could get her hair done, which she later claimed was part of some diabolical attempt to set her up, and said that the owner of the salon, Erica Caius, owed her an apology. President Donald Trump even mocked Pelosi over the incident, writing on Twitter, "Crazy Nancy Pelosi is being decimated for having a beauty parlor open when when all others are closed, and for not wearing a mask despite constantly lecturing everyone else. We will almost certainly take back the House and send Nancy packing." Caius disputed Pelosi's claim that she was the victim of a setup, telling Fox News host Tucker Carlson that Pelosi was the one who set up the appointment. She had called a stylist, or her assistant did, and made the appointment, so the appointment was already booked. So there was no way I could have set that up, Caius said. And I've had a camera system in there for 5 years. I mean, I didn't go in there and turn cameras on as soon as she walked in to her setup, so that's absolutely false. Now here's the thing. People say that Nancy Pelosi was set up because California is a two-party consent in regards to recording audio, video footage, stuff like that. But I don't know if you're aware. But if you were to go to a business, any business in California, you would see restaurants, salons, any business that hold up sign that says you're being recorded. And essentially, it's called implied consent. By you entering that business, it is implied that you are perfectly fine with being recorded for security purposes. Now, I'm assuming this salon had the same policy as well. I'm pretty sure they had a sign at the door saying that if you are entering, you are being recorded, and you, by coming in, you are implying consent because you are letting yourself be recorded in that instance. So no, I do not think Pelosi was set up because again, Pelosi, she's lying. We all know she is. We all know what she really cares about. It's basically retaining power. Now, granted, you could say, well, Carlos, what about Donald Trump? He says he doesn't like wearing masks. Where's the difference between Donald Trump and Nancy Pelosi? Donald Trump isn't lecturing the American people to wear masks. Meanwhile, he's not wearing it. Nancy Pelosi, however, is. She is demanding a national mask mandate, and yet she doesn't wear a mask herself. She's demanding that all businesses stay closed because of the pandemic, but all of a sudden she feels the need to go into a hair salon, violate lockdown rules because she thinks she's more important than everyone else. Like I said, the issue isn't that Nancy Pelosi went to a hair salon and without a mask. But again, the reason why this is a big deal is because she's been lecturing us. She's been telling us, do this, do that. But she can't even live up to her own rules. She establishes the rules, but she can't even follow them herself. So what do you expect me to believe, huh? You expect me to follow this person blindly? Yeah, I'm not an idiot, and I'm pretty sure the majority of the country isn't an idiot either. And these women who went out and protest Nancy Pelosi's property, they're not idiots either because they know that this woman only cares about herself. Lori Lightfoot, for example, she closed all the salons in Chicago during the early weeks of the pandemic, but she went to go get a haircut. Her justification was, well, I am the mayor and I need to look good for public appearances. Yes, spare me, dude. If I could go 3 months without cutting my hair, which is relatively annoying, then I'm pretty sure she could go 3 months without cutting her hair as well. I mean, even then, I mean, she should get her money back from the barber because she looks awful with that haircut. But anyways, that's just me. Anyways, let's keep going. She's been coming in for quite a while, and just to see her come in, especially not wearing the mask, that's what's really got to me. But this isn't even political, Caius continued. She's been coming in there. It's the fact that she actually came in and didn't have a mask on. I just thought about my staff and people not being able to work and make money and provide for their families. And if she's in there comfortably without a mask and feeling safe, then why are we shut down? Why am I not able to have clients come in? So it's been hard, and that is true. I agree with her 100%. If Nancy Pelosi feels comfortable enough to go into a salon that first of all should be closed because apparently it's considered unsafe, not to mention walking around inside the property without a mask, why is that business shut down? If Nancy Pelosi feels safe enough to walk around in a salon indoors without a mask, why can they not reopen? Because this whole thing has become political. Now, don't be saying that Carlos doesn't believe in COVID-19. No, 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 no. Do not confuse that. What I'm saying is that politicians like Nancy Pelosi have politicized the whole pandemic. They're refusing to open up. A lot of these cities that are run by Democrats, a lot of these states that are run by Democrats have fallen even worse in terms of economic problems compared to states that did not take authoritarian measures to prevent the spread of COVID. A good example, Florida. While the governor of Florida is being criticized by the media is praising Andrew Cuomo, even though Andrew Cuomo has done a very horrible job at handling the pandemic in his state. But again, YouTube might remove this video. They might outright age restrict this video. So if you want this video to be seen by a lot of people, if you think this video can convince everyday Americans that these politicians are hypocrites, you sharing the video will help out a lot. Because YouTube, I'm already on the radar. And it's clear that they do not like my content because even though this is the second time, by the way, even though even though they've admitted twice that I have not violated their guidelines, they are still age restricting my videos because they do not want the truth to get out there. So you sharing the video helps out a lot. Again, comment, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think Nancy Pelosi is gonna accept the fault anytime soon? Because here's the thing: before I forgot about this article too. Even Don Lemon, yes, CNN's Don Lemon is basically saying that Pelosi needs to take responsibility for this because it doesn't look good for her. Again, that goes to show you that even Don Lemon admits Nancy Pelosi messed up big time. That goes to show you how bad of a mistake she made. But she refuses to take the blame and says she was set up. But let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with Don Lemon that Nancy Pelosi should accept responsibility for this? Do you think the women who were protesting on Nancy Pelosi's property are in the right? And do you think Nancy Pelosi is a hypocrite for telling us to wear a mask, meanwhile she doesn't even wear a mask herself and violates lockdown rules? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like I said, like the video, share the video, subscribe, and I will see you guys in a few minutes in regards to Oregon State Police being deputized by the federal government. I'll see you guys in a few minutes.